Hello everybody, I'm Conquering History Games and welcome back to part 15 of my United States of America campaign here in Hearts of Iron for the New Order. So I went on to Discord, I talked to a couple of people, and as always, I don't know why I don't just say it, excuse me, in every episode, but thank you to everybody on any Discord ever that is ever helping me out with doing these things. Yes, I'm the person who often, will take ideas from different people, or not ideas, but like I'll learn different things from different people, because developers often only are working on a specific area of a mod, so they themselves don't know everything, but they'll know like a piece of the interaction, then I got to put it all together myself. But still, having those resources, having people who are very kind, and such as some guy, Ray, Tortle, there's a lot more of them out on the Discord, and that's just for the TNO, who helped me out. Saves me a lot of time and lets me put content out faster for you all. So shout outs to them. Anyway, I talked to a couple people. I talked some things out about the RFK civil rights situation, and I basically have a few different options that I could do. It's a flexible tree. So basically, as I discussed, I think towards the end of the last episode, if we'd had enough votes, we could just march straight forward and knock this out, do the glorious bill, which would have had some setbacks there. Even though we would have had the votes, there still would have been consequences because of that, but we would have gotten everything that we wanted. Now, I could still do that even without wondering about, like, ooh, am I going to have to like get reelected in 1968 or something before I could do it? No, we could just go and do like this fighting tyranny and figure all this stuff out until 1966, get the and then we just actually make a real push to get some votes, which I don't think would be that hard, because we have almost half of the votes in the Senate anyway, so we would only have to pick up a couple Senate seats, and then we could just very easily do march straight forward, glorious bill, done. But of course, then we're not going to be able to do a lot of other stuff in the meantime, other than this, basically. So, after exploring that and several other options, talking it out, what we're going to do is we're going to put our foot in the door and get the civil rights bill through now. And the reason why I think I'm doing that is because I think that this is what RFK wants. This is the central plank of his entire administration, is get a civil rights bill through. So we're gonna work with the Republicans to do this. We're gonna get the votes. We're gonna do this right now. Screw the Dixiecrats, because the marching the straightforward thing, this would have to be where we get the Dixiecrats on our side. We also could have done something, and I did genuinely consider it, maybe going to an old save file and doing party above all. But screw them. We're not going to deal with them. Let's put our foot in the door. Or put the foot in the door. Many within the party center consider Republicans to be our natural allies in the fight for civil rights, separated from us only by party lines drawn up in the chaos that followed the Second World War. Indeed, they had voiced their support for the last such act in the past, and their frustrations when Nixon vetoed it. Should we inevitably propose another, they may well prove to be better allies than our own party right. Negotiating with Senator Johnson is crucial for guaranteeing the act's passage. Success means a stable coalition that will advance and safeguard the civil rights of all Americans for the rest of President Kennedy's term. For that alone, compromise is worth the backlash the administration may receive within the NPP. And again, let's not overstate how strong the right wing of the party is. It's not. There's only not. Wait, why is there only 9? Did somebody flip? Anyway, there's 9 MPP senators. If they all turn against me, which I anticipate they're going to, okay, we lost 9 potential votes. The Republicans represent a potential voting pool of 24 votes. It's a non-issue. We're going to do this. This is how LBJ got the civil rights bill through in real life. He worked with the Republicans. Okay. So, what are we wanting to do here? We got some air stuff and whatever. Gosh, I cannot stress enough how much I almost genuinely don't care about research. It's because this is such a, and it's kind of a funny thing because it's TNO. It's such a story-oriented mod that I end up almost like unless I actively know a war is coming, I just don't even care. So we're gonna put our foot in the door. The door stands ajar. Let's get to it. Nothing to it but to do it. Why am I saying that so much? I never heard it from anybody. Oh yeah, let's also keep working on this stuff over in Africa, so we can ship over some arms now, which is nice. Central Africa's stability is going down, which is rather unfortunate. Could send in some advisors. We're currently our investment right now is kind of high. I don't know. Maybe once it's all at one, maybe we should leave. Okay, at least the Congo is getting better. Nothing. Let's see, minus 51%. Unrestrain the troops. I don't know about all that. Yeah, we're closing this. We're not dealing with any of them. Caesar, what are you meowing about? I know it ain't for dinner. Ain't nowhere near time for that. No way. 2 hours, buddy. So now prepare for my cat to be meowing for the rest of the series. Yep, there he is. He goes, yes, I will. Okay, Naval Department stuff. So once we put our foot in the door, I think what we're going to do next is we're immediately going to go into sidelining the Dixiecrats. Let's just get them out of the way. F them. Yeah, you're right, Caesar. Fuck them. I don't need to censor myself. Fuck Wallace. Fuck Thurmond. So, let's see. We have the counterintelligence stuff here. Alright. The good thing is that a lot of these focuses are kind of short. Oh, what is happening? So that I think because we're going to try to slam through this right now, we should be able to get this done before the Senate Oh, don't crash on me now. What's happening? I was about to say that... come here. Come here, boy. I was going to say that we should be able to get this done before the 1966 elections. Victory for the Blockade National. Okay, so basically Italy has gone democratic. The door stands ajar. The time has finally come to discuss civil rights on a national level. Our new Civil Rights Act is not as comprehensive as it could be, yes, but it has almost guaranteed support from the more liberal Republicans, which more radical legislation might not have. Plus, we most likely can count on support from moderate Republicans if we treat them with a certain level of respect. When it comes to civil rights, we most certainly need every iota of support we can muster. With this bill, we stand ready to help America live up to the dream of a free nation where all are guaranteed life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. The only real roadblock is all of these so-called brilliant minds and wonderfully colorful personalities of Congress, especially from the patriots of the NPPFR. We owe it to Americans of all races, colors, and creeds to do our damned hardest to get this act passed and to create a nation where we can finally say that everyone is created equal. We've certainly got our work cut out for us, but it's worthwhile work indeed. Let's go to work. So we are now more liberal. Okay, time to sideline the Dixiecrats. This path will strengthen the Civil Rights Act and get us a few votes at the risk of angering the far right. F them! So Wallace, Thurmond, and the far-right Dixiecrats remain headaches to work with. They have not offered the slightest bit of compromise in the issue of civil rights, instead content with wailing and screaming about their sacrosanct states' rights whenever approached. To outsiders, they are a putrid stain on the MPP. To our supporters, they are a testament to the MPP's duplicity and hypocrisy. And to the MPP itself, they are a metastasizing cancer, willing to throw away party unity for selfish gain. Owing to our weak position in Congress, we once had no choice but to seek their support in order to buttress the NPP's votes. Times have changed, however, and we are now in a position to make do without theirs. For President Kennedy, now is the best time to boot these up-jump rattlesnakes and alligators out of the party he leads. So we're not decrypting any ciphers right now. Man, who cares? No, I guess let's work on Japan. Wow, 107 days. This agency, boy, that's something, isn't it? What? The Republic of China has declared war on the National Protection Army. Okay, so they're going down here after Long Yun, who always seems to be in charge down there. I mean, nothing wrong with that. Western Russia is just a mess. But the Commonwealth of Siberia looks very nice. Send them some more help. Naval Department's done. Okay. Domestic situation. Dang it, Southwest Africa's getting worse. So is Central Africa, East Africa. What the heck are these clowns doing? The Indonesian War has begun. Great. Super event. The Pacific is alight. So, okay. Are we going to now have decisions to help them? I think we should. No. Do I have to, like, come down here? Aid free Indonesian areas. We shall launch and thing. Military. We have at least one agent. Do we not have agents? Come on, y'all. Alright, let's pull this one out of Italy. I don't know why he's out there anyway. Just counterintelligence or whatever. And I don't know. That's the Bornean administration. Where's the regular Indonesian capital? There. Okay. Can we send volunteers? Excellent. We can send one. Damn. Okay, well, one will have to do it, I guess. Let's send the Screaming Eagles. Go get 'em, boys. Oh, yeah. How long have these guys been training? Let's move them over there or something. We'll put Robert in charge again soon. So let's send some help. Get a little war going. We might have to just build up the government again. Yeah, and this Africa thing is going to get on my damn nerves. I think we're just going to try to get everybody to 1 and then pull out. But I don't know what they're doing. Yeah. Oh, Caesar. They're going to think that I don't feed you or something. You shit, you whiner. Whiner. Ah! Dropped something. That was me. That wasn't my cat knocking something over. That was just me. Okay. So, again, why do we have to, like, recruit a new operative, I guess? I guess that's something different than what I was doing before. Sideline the Dixiecrats, that's done. Now we're going to... Oh, what is this? What is this? What is this? We have something new here. The Burning Jungle, Indonesia aflame. By taking this focus, America will begin its involvement in Indonesia and will face consequences depending on how this conflict will end. We'll get a little more unified. We're going to get advisor level 1, and that's going to increase how many volunteers we can send. So this is just a repeat, essentially, of what's going on, what was happening with Japan. We can lower domestic support for the war, lower national and democratic support for the war, more national spirits. So we have different things here that'll increase our advisor level. Okay, well... These are very short things, all of them. Let's do Indonesia of Flame real quick. We're going to be able to do that before our volunteers even show up. This looks like a total mess, though. And frankly, I don't know how the heck we're supposed to get to the other island areas. Oh, they've got streams here, actually, so we can kind of go across up here to Borneo. Okay, yeah, so Sumatra is connected to Borneo. And then up here, this is connected. They clearly did this for the sake of the volunteer forces. So most of Indonesia is basically connected. All right, here we go. This guy's already, surrounded. Let's bring in Robert. There we go. Okay, now I did definitely hear something that time. Or am I nuts? Okay, Westmoreland's out, working. So, I guess we technically can still have him here, though. All right, fine. Westmoreland, you can't figure out what the heck you're doing in Africa. We might as well put you to work in India, huh? I think a propaganda campaign might actually be in order. Let's do that. Yeah, how's it all getting worse? Indonesia aflame. Our analysts' predictions regarding the East Indies have proven frightfully accurate. Let's see. We're going free Indonesia. This could be a critical opportunity for the United States to create a new ally against Japanese domination of Asia as long as we act quickly. The jungle burns. Better run through the jungle. We must tread carefully when intervening. We'll place a call to the Japanese on the red telephone. We will assure them we have no interest in sending Japanese boys home with American bullets in them. Yet our commitment to democratic movements around the world brings upon us a moral obligation to support those who fight for freedom in Indonesia. Reminding them of Indonesia's technical independence and sovereignty, we will caution them against launching an intervention in the East Indies and remind them that threatening the freedom of a sovereign people may have dire consequences. So look, I'm allowed to intervene, you're not allowed to intervene, okay? Sounds good? Okay, yeah, okay. Alright, let's get the blue going here. Screaming Eagles, let's go! Just running roughshod right through them. Strom Thurmond is no stranger to the filibuster. He really isn't. Look up the filibuster he did. It's crazy. I don't know how he did it. The guy must have a bladder made of iron. forged by racism. So, blather, waste time, drag your feet, swaddle everything in red tape, weigh the issue down in chains, and throw it in the Potomac. They'll do anything to slow down the cause of justice. So President Kennedy wasn't surprised to find out he was doing it again. The president lightly hung up the receiver on the phone, fist balled, jaws clenched. He'd wanted to slam it down, but refused to give the corpulent old toad the satisfaction of seeing him riled. And so that was that. After all the talks and the schmoozing and the gland-handing and the endless fucking heart-rending compromises, Thurmond and his goons were just going to dig their heels in the mud and refuse to move like an ornery camel. All that work wasted just so the right-wingers of the party could keep their flagging dream of a segregationist future alive. So much for bipartisanship. Bipartisanship. Kennedy narrowed his eyes as an idea formed. Drumming his fingers on his desk, he wondered if this was entirely wise. If he did this, he would forever alienate the rightists by cutting them out of the legislative process in the administration. Fuck 'em, he thought. They were trying to do the same thing to him. Difference was, he was the president. Smirking as he picked up the receiver, Kennedy dialed the office of Lyndon Baines Johnson. Senator Thurmond, your ship has sailed. Oh, that cost me political power, though. That's not good. Alright. By the way, if we have to choose between them, we're going to focus on the civil rights. Like, that's Kennedy's thing, again. We're kind of role-playing this. Kennedy's issue is pretty much just civil rights. Yes, we want to fight fascism. Yes, that's a core tenet of NPP policies, but just no, you know? Conversations from the street. Let's get those slimy fucking bastards while they're down. There were many who wore ribbons and pins from South Africa. Dusty, gory South Africa. Needless to say, a good number harbored little appetite for another adventure so soon after the last. We've stuck our dicks into the Vede, and look how swell that... The Vede? I guess instead of Vietnam, instead of the Nam, it's into the Veld. Look how swell that went us. A couple 10,000 of our boys sent back home on a flag and the corpse thoughts and prayers. Now they're sending us to some malaria-infested jungle in the middle of nowhere. Pay better, be better, at least. Okay. Does America have the will to stomach one war after another? We will always stand up to tyranny. Okay, so I need these doggone... Oh, Tom and Jerry, that's fun. Chuck Jones of Warner Brothers is in charge of the reboot. Perfection on the little screen. So here's the thing. We need these doggone Indonesians to come over here to Central Sumatra and hold this air base for us so that these guys don't encircle us. In the meantime, dang it, maybe we should actually let them go. So what I could do, yep, they're going to cut me off. Actually, no, we've got this tile over here as well. So they're going to cut themselves on. They're putting their heads in the noose by the, and I don't even have to do it, you know, make them. Okay, but we're back in the war, baby. We in Indonesia, baby. What have we got here? We got scout helicopters, attack helicopters. I guess let's do that. Whatever that is. Yeah. Okay, so we're going to wait for this guy to get out of the way. It's going to take him 3 days. Okay, this... Ooh, no. Stay here. Stay here. Pekanbaru. Wait, what's he doing? You can't walk into this area. Or I guess he could. Pick up the red phone. Dagnabbit. Alright, let's get ready to send another 80 seconds getting pissed they were left behind. Okay. So we're going to do these attack helicopter companies. Let's also do the scout helicopter companies. Just choppers. Afghanistan and Pakistan are at war. Did I just read that right? As we go into October of 65. Yep, it looks like it. Tough break, Jinnah. I don't think that's going to go well for you. Alright, mandatory naval training. We could also get the Australians to come in. Do we care? Who am I kidding? Of course we care. We could begin the blockade. This is going to raise support. It's going to give us political power. A lot of good stuff comes from that. Air Force, lessons of South Africa. You know what? Let's get back to the civil rights bill. Meet with the civil rights leaders. Oh, am I not researching any of this? Thank you. The repudiation of Wallace was accomplished by a sudden influx of support from America's civil rights community. This cause and effect relationship is easy to explain. After all, they had suffered more than most from the Jim Crow laws. Our now diminished party right have enthusiastically advocated. Siding with our erstwhile coalition meant siding with those who had made them and their forebears' lives slavery long after it was abolished. An opportunity to work closer with these advocates for freedom has presented itself in front of us. Having done away with the party's garbage, President Kennedy can now formally reach out to the colored men and women at the forefront of the civil rights movement. Co-opting their strength will be a boon like none other for the NPP, and nothing breaks the ice better than bonding over the woes of a shared enemy. Okay. So we're about to push these guys back, which I didn't even intend to do. But yeah, okay, so they're retreating anyway. Can we also push here? They're suffering from attrition. Has there been a cutoff? I don't see. Well, I'll take it. You know what? Let's go with like the blue, but maybe kind of a lighter. No. Like a right there, blue. Yeah, that's better. I like that much more. Yeah, I think if we can get a hold of Sumatra here, it's going to give us a very strong base to work from. We might have to send some Marines over, though. Alright, so we could talk with Malcolm X. We could talk, or we can consult with King. I guess it doesn't really matter who we talk with first. Let's talk with King first. Contrasting... no, I guess they want us to do it in this order. Malcolm X is the most vociferous and aggressive, definitely the most controversial, civil rights advocate in the modern American political landscape. Leader of the Nation of Islam, he pontificates passionately against the injustices meted to the black man by his old slave master across the South. Yet the solution he proffers for America's racial divide mirror that of the white man he so loathes, not to heal it, but to widen and deepen it, this time on the black man's own initiative. His words are appalling and offensive to the sensibilities of many. Nevertheless, hatred runs deep and far for the many thousands who take them to heart. Organizing a meeting with such a radical figure will doubtless cause backlash among the more integration-minded of our country and party. Hope remains that an impasse may be reached, however, and President Kennedy has worked with far less than hope before. And I'll be seen as more liberal as a result. Okay. Okay, great. So we're pushing them back quite well. We're going to need to try to get over this river quickly. Let's do it while we just have that weakened or motorized division to deal with. Good. The whole northern Sumatra is secure. Tiny acorns and whatnot. Plant the seeds, baby. Okay, Martin Luther King and Malcolm X have jointly asked to come speak with President Kennedy about the struggles for civil rights. They have their differences. MLK emphasizes peaceful protests, while Malcolm X champions civil rights by ballot or by bullet. Great speech. Look it up. It's a very important speech. It's kind of long. Maybe skip the first 10 minutes. He's just kind of, saying hello to people. They certainly agree that civil rights is the most important issue that these United States face, and agree that a joint request to speak to RFK will have more weight and importance than two separate requests. Frankly, they're right. Combined, they have the weight of most of America's black population behind them. That level of public support is hard to ignore. Plus, it's just the right thing to do to get the perspective of actual civil rights leaders as we attempt to pass our own Civil Rights Act. On the other hand, inviting them to the White House will certainly lead to an outcry from certain choice elements in Congress. Do we take them up on their invitation? Should we talk over lunch? We're about to lose political power, so do I want to get some help? Okay, we need 100 political power to send more advisors, unfortunately. Damnation. Okay, let's send them some weaponry. It's the front is obviously nowhere near as large as it was in Africa, but they're the ones who are going to have to mostly fill the front line. The good news is that domestic support for the war is very high. And why not? Look at this. Look at this triumph we created in Africa. I say as, they can't seem to get there. Look at this! Southwest Africa's down to almost half a point. What are these clowns doing? Take some support equipment and figure some shit out. Okay. Logistics. We're just basically never going to fill up the medium tanks. We're probably going to have to just disband some units. And oh my gosh, where did all my transporter helicopters go? Can somebody explain to me what the F is going on right now? We're not building any. We've only got one factory making them. What the heck? Okay. We'll just come up here. We do this. Better. We don't need all these APCs. The medium battle tanks, we're just cutting our losses with that. Approved anti-tank. Don't really need that much. Yeah, what the heck? All my Hueys disappeared. Okay, so now that I actually have a lot in there, now it's going to take... It's still going to take 14,000 days. It's still 2,623 days. Okay. Well, are they even building these damn factories out in California? Or am I losing my mind? There's 11 of them now. Why is this taking so freaking long? The next one's not going to be done till December. That's because we're on a civilian economy, son of a... Okay. How do I get off of it? There's just no way to get off of it. Okay. Okay. Let's increase some civilian spending for a minute. On auspicious meeting, do we have to... Yeah, so we're going to take them up on the invitation. Now we're in the negative political powers, whatever. Whatever. This one's going to be a little harder. Damn that civilian economy. Alright, our second unit has arrived. Get on down there. Okay. Shh, Caesar. It's okay. It's okay. Alright, time to do some open field running. We're going down to Palembang. And we're going to stop this unit here. Actually, I'm debating if I need to jump over here and go to Pontiac. You see, because this unit right here is actually completely cut off. There's no ports here. We need to go help them. Alright, let's come down here. This is the perks of having two divisions now, though. We can come down here and come down here. We can do both, basically. Okay. Now it's time to consult with King. Dr. Martin Luther King's sermons of peace and friendship for our fellow man. He's got smooth baritones that soothe and inflame the soul in equal measure. Truly, one cannot ask for a better spokesman for the civil rights movement than the good reverend of the Word of God. No one knows a flock of sheep better than their own shepherd. Dr. King may be more ecstatic than most in helping the president help his own. Alright. So, our infrastructure Sea to Shining Sea program is nearly done. Oh, looks like we missed an area there. So now, it's time to get to work on some military factories. Because I just can't believe how far behind I am with the construction. And you know, my lack of helicopters. Outrageous, I say. Come on, push. Keep moving. Coffee with Malcolm. El Haj Malik El Shabazz, better known as Malcolm X, that was the name he took later, was not an easy man to talk to, opinionated and brusque. Talking with Malcolm X was rather like being hit in the face repeatedly by a medieval mace. Found religion through the Nation of Islam. He has over time become one of the most prominent and outspoken figures fighting for racial equality. Because, yeah, we're in 65. This is after his racial separatist stuff. Not to mention the most controversial, no matter which side of the debate you're on, as he sipped his coffee. Wine, of course, would be haram. Listening to Ethel and Malcolm's wife Betty exchanging stilted small talk at the other end of the table, Kennedy wondered if meeting with Malcolm X had been such a good idea. Malcolm X seemed skeptical, and frankly, Kennedy couldn't blame him. After hundreds of years of being sidelined by white politicians, why should Malcolm X trust him? Kennedy wished he could somehow show the man what lay in his heart, his genuine commitment to justice, to racial equality, to bettering the lives of African Americans. In the end, both men left frustrated. Kennedy wondered if it had been a foregone conclusion as the phone began to ring, an incensed Thurmond on the other end. Nobody can give you freedom. If you're a man, you take it. Oh, so what is Thurmond going to say? Hey, you know how I wasn't supporting your bill before? Well, now I'm extra not supporting it. Wah. That's what he's gonna say. All right, let's keep moving down here. All right, you know what? We gotta push because these guys are gonna suffer from attrition. And damn it, we lost them. They got overrun. We were gonna try to go save that division out there, but it was not to be. Having said that, I don't think it's the worst idea in the world to maybe split our forces here. Actually, it could end up very well being the worst idea in the world because these guys could end up getting strung up out here. Offers from Rome. They want to join the free world. Am I hearing this right? Hold on. This latest development is overtures of friendship. Italy would make a valuable addition to the free world, and the effects of gaining an ally right on the doorstep of the right cannot be overstated. Every available effort should be made to bring the Italians into the OFN, lest this opportunity slips from our grasp, or worse, falls into the hands of our enemy. Get me the ambassador! What's going on in Africa? This is unbelievable. How is it getting worse? And our investment is extremely high. Our domestic discontent, excuse me, is extremely high. What are you clowns doing? What is happening? Oh, that's tracking down Nazis, are you? What are you doing? Bombing raids. Finishing the job. What? Are you bombing the natives or something? Jeez, it's a freaking circus out here. Minus 92% stability. How is it getting worse? What are you doing, Abrams? What in God's name are you doing? Oh, man. I'm definitely going to have to do a live stream where I play as one of them, so I'm just going to, I'm like Thanos, you know, fine. I'll do it myself. Like, just because they can't, apparently. So we're consulting with King. We're done with that. Let's say those who know best. Who else can explain suffering better than those who have suffered? Those fortunate enough to have lived carefree may learn their experiences, but theirs will be a clinical sort of knowledge, detached, unfeeling, passive. Crimson ichor spilled on soil by a cruel centuries. Old injustice become little more than words of black ink printed on plain paper. Words and pictures simply to learn from, but not to act upon. Progress may be made with the help of the fortunate and careless. Defending progress in spite of convenience, on the other hand, requires those with spirits tempered only by experience. Everywhere one looks in this country will they find no shortage of such men and women. They belong to all walks of life, all sorts of occupation, bearing scars from lashes, both tangible and invisible. Now that we have made inroads into their communities through their leaders, the time has come to accept them into our fold. The power of our Civil Rights Act will increase. So what I'm guessing this is because we had to have a compromise version initially because we put our foot in the door. I would like to believe, and I don't know, I could be wrong, but that by doing this tree, we've now made it as strong as what the Glorious Bill would do. What's this one? Yeah. So, okay. So we're doing good here. Okay, unfortunately over there at Jambi we just got cut off, so that ain't good. Okay, but the Indonesians have left somebody here at this port, so what we've got to do, there's no other naval bases here. What we have to do is we have to trust the Indonesians to hold this spot, and then we're going to come through here and try to cut off all of these various divisions that they have there. Now Sukarno has 33 divisions at his disposal here, and if we can get this cut off, he's going to lose 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of them. Not to mention the core areas. We've got about 26, so this will even it up. This will even up the fighting, basically. Looks like we're not going to be able to do this. I think the terrain is just too harsh. Yeah, there's a naval penalty. The naval penalty is what I meant. It's just too much. It's too much to deal with. So let's try to come down here and aid with this. We're going to do dinner with the king, and then that's it. Martin Luther King Jr., civil rights leader, warrior for equality, and a damn fine dinner guest. Thurmond's courtier were up in arms about it, but who cared what they thought? He was the president, and he'd have dinner with whomever he wished. After a brief photo op in the Oval Office, Dr. King, the president, and their wives had a private dinner away from the cameras to strengthen their relationship in the eyes of the public and discuss the cause for civil rights. Kennedy liked Dr. King and wondered if in another life, free from the shackles of politics, they might have been friends. In this life, however, they both had responsibilities pulling them apart, King's to his community and Kennedy's to the welfare of the nation. Nevertheless, they agreed on the absolute necessity for racial justice and that the right to equality is deserved by all Americans. King was no radical. He understood real politics and knew that Rome wasn't built in a day. But the president could still see the yearning for a better future behind King's eyes. He only hoped that he could help that dream become a reality. Only love can drive out hate. News from Tokyo. While we have begun efforts to woo the Italians into our alliance, we have recently received information that the Japanese Empire is doing much the same. We cannot let Tokyo get a leg up over us in this Cold War. No, we cannot. But I'm not sure, like, other decisions? Domestic situation. Yeah, everybody's pissed right now. I think it might be time to get out of Africa, guys. It's getting worse in West Africa. I don't understand. I am so pissed right now. Like, my discontent is high, but that's it. We're done for the day. In the next episode, we're going to try to win this thing in Indonesia. And I don't know. Yeah, we're probably going to pull out of Africa. We got to worry about the black people here at home. I don't even know what pulling out of Africa necessarily means. Are we just going to set up their own government? Because I'd be kind of okay with that. Let them figure it out themselves, right? Plus, the Union of Africa is freaking huge now. You know, it's got a nice clean border. Ugh, they could have used the river line here, though. That's kind of annoying me. Why didn't they do that? Oh, culture. This is Lozi, and this is Swana. I didn't notice that. Yeah, we got Swana, we got Nama. Wait, there's other cultures down here, too. The Cape. Oh, I didn't notice this before. Senna. Nice attention to detail, team. Good job, TNO team. I'll see you next time. Bye.